I know. Hello, we're live.
Abe.
It's Friday,
It
and
is.
I'm almost set up and ready to go. I have to go grab one more thing. Nicole will make her introductions.
Of myself.
Yeah.
It's me. I'm here, as excited as ever to be here. Um, Moose Jaw, thank you for the wine that you brought over the other day.
Okay. Had to grab the molds.
Oh,
So,
did you mold release them?
I mold released them. They're waxed up and ready to go. So, tonight, what we're doing is last week we demolded a part from carbon fiber. This week we're going to mold it. That is the plan. So I'll show you the process of putting the. Wow,
Those Blue Jays are hateful.
man, they really are.
Yeah, no, they. I wasn't kidding. They're hateful.
So
Like scare off like all my other birds, all the doves and the quail.
oh no, I'm out of gloves. I have one glove and one brush
I
left.
have gloves.
I need one more glove.
Oh, okay.
So um, what we're doing, if you have not been following along, this is my class 1 build for Scale Nationals, and I've been doing this forged carbon fiber process. And I've got this passenger side fender done, but I still have the 3D printed prototype on the driver's side. So I've printed the molds, which you can't, they look blown out. They're printed in clear PETG. So it's hard to see the details, but we can switch cameras and show you that. But we're going to assemble the molds, weigh out the carbon, weigh out the resin.
You thought people wanted to see this?
Well, I got stuff to do, so they get to see that.
Okay.
We're using the forged carbon kit from Easy Composites out of the UK. And that is the plan. So first thing I have to do is actually assemble the mold. I designed these parts and then 3D printed them. It took 27 hours
Why are they white?
because I ran out of black.
Oh, you have white in there now?
Yeah, well,
Oh.
it's clear. See how you can see through it? Like barely. It's got a lot of plastic in there. So
That's not clear.
they call it clear. So
Yeah, like you guys call silver.
it's a clear anodizing.
Silver stuff clear.
Yes, it's clear anodized. It is an accurate representation of what the anodizing is. So this is a multi-piece mold, so I have to assemble the two halves of the lower part first.
It's Friday night, you're both here. We'd probably let you guys read the phone book.
So.
Don't lie, it's a mold of a tiny pee-pee.
Oh my God, those birds are ridiculous.
I know.
I bet they can. Can you guys hear that? Or does the noise canceling take care of it?
Well, you make me stop everything I'm doing because even though you have this fancy noise canceling shit.
I don't use that when I'm recording regular video.
Well, you should.
Well, I don't know why you run. It's like you have to run a blender every time I'm trying to film a video. And I don't even remember what you were doing. But I was just like, can you stop?
I
think you might have just been talking to yourself.
Maybe.
Like, can you keep that voice inside your head? Because it says some wild stuff.
What?
I don't. Sometimes the things you say out loud, it's like, what did you just say?
I'm used to being alone all the time, so I'm talking to the cats.
Yeah.
Like talking to someone.
So even you're intrigued by it. I can see how intently you're staring at what I'm doing. You're like, oh wow.
I know. I mean, seriously, those birds would feed you for dinner. Butter tried to sneak up on a squirrel. He just missed him. Squirrel went up a small tree and laughed. Aww. I love it.
So these are the mold halves. Well, you can see the mold a little closer now. The 2 pieces I'm assembling.
Yeah, I'm a crazy cat lady. Oh my god, hey.
Yes, absolutely, Nicole is.
Oh, I know.
What?
Sookie and Chief. I don't know where Chief went. I think the bird scared him.
Sookie is glued to the window right now.
She was like, I'll make you mine.
Sookie is the hunter. Chief is absolutely not.
Josh, I'm looking at my first 3D printer. What is your thoughts on the Ender 5 Pro?
I think that's a good. So I haven't owned an Ender myself, but everyone loves them, and the Ender 5 I think is the larger version. So no problem at all with buying just a larger version. I think Ben has the Ender 5 Pro.
You blend this shit out of things, girl. No, Chief does not live up to his name.
No.
Dana says, what's up? Stopping in for a bit.
What's going on, Dana?
Thank you, Robbie. Do you injection mold at Vanquish?
In-house? No. We have injection molding tooling that we, own, but it's not, we don't do it in-house.
Evening nerds.
This definitely lives up to the nerd one tonight.
Brian says he's not watching the Seymour Kitty's sideshow. She's too far away.
I swear, sometimes I'll have the window open in here every once in a while, and like she leans against it so hard, I'm just like, I have to close that window. I feel like she's just gonna go right through it.
He would come right back in.
Oh yeah. Does not have a lot of desire to be outside of the house.
No.
Okay, so the lower mold is assembled, and I sprayed this with a high build mold release wax so that the resin doesn't stick to it. Then this is the other part of the mold that goes in like this, and then it gets smashed down with the vise. So that is what we'll be doing. The gaps and stuff that are in there, you can kind of see through the bottom right there, don't matter because that's where the excess resin will come out. So yeah.
All right. Hi from Slovakia. And Alar here from Estonia.
Hello, hello.
Usually shows start at 4 a.m., but now it's 3 a.m. What am I missing?
Daylight savings time.
Yeah.
Maybe where
They
you
might
are,
not do that.
they don't have that. We change the clock twice a year,
Which is dumb.
which I am not a fan of.
Oh. I mean, I like this the fall one because you get an extra hour of sleep, but I don't like.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, I have to do a bit of math real quick.
Oh God.
So I am going to hide this or move this
There you go.
so that you can read while I do math.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a screwdriver, Josh?
It's not technically because it's pineapple juice.
Woke up birds at inbred neighbors shooting bang bangs last few hours. Oh man. Alex says don't get me started on daylight savings time.
Oh, who would have guessed Alex would have?
They don't do it at the same time in other countries. Weird.
Oh, that is weird. Okay, volume. This is 19 cubic centimeters.
If you did a weekly cooking show, we would all watch that also.
Ooh, that would be way worse.
Not yet gone, but I think they're working on it. But
Oh, I needed a pen. I happen to have one in my pocket.
Oh, your new Ridge pen?
Ridge pen. My new bolt action pen.
I feel like that
So nerdy.
sounded like we should have gotten paid for it, but we're not. So
Okay. 19. I said 19. 19.0.
tastes like savings time and pennies. I hate them both.
19.007 cubic centimeters.
Yeah, Phoenix in Arizona, they don't do that.
Yeah, and half of Ohio, I think.
Perfect.
So now calculator. So the density of this carbon fiber is 1.4 grams per cubic centimeter. And I have 19 cubic centimeters.
Are you needing me to listen to you?
I'm letting them know. I'm educating
Oh,
everybody.
I thought you were like wanting me to say stuff. I'm like, I don't, or like remember what you were, or listen to what you were saying, and I'm not. So,
It's math class time.
oh my God, stop.
26.6 grams.
Oh,
What?
nothing.
And then this is supposed to be, oh wait, no, it's 60/40. So 26.6 times 0.6.
Yes, the cats do like catnip, especially the Sookie. Do you Vanquish F10 axles bolt up to 10.3 chassis?
I've never tried that. I guess just because I, don't prefer that chassis as much, but it's still it's worth it. I would imagine it would be not that difficult. So
Somebody, that's a new emoji.
what?
Sleeping.
For math, yes, right. Okay, so I'm just gonna do. Actually, I'm gonna do 16 times. Is there? I can't imagine that people aren't enthralled by this math.
Nobody is enthralled by this. Oh, Robbie Bobster said, "Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Good day. This build is amazing, very inspiring. Great to see you add your skill set. Looking forward to seeing the finished product in action." Buck Dandy, thank you for the $20. Here's some math. I leave my house with Cutter carrying some crushed carbon at 25 miles an hour. And Matt leaves Canada at the same time, headed south with a sleeping bag for 2 at 36 miles an hour. At what point are you done with this truck?
thank you, sir. Be good to see you in Alabama. So, resin.
I'm inspired by good penmanship. Oh my, Phoenix.
Really? I thought it was terrible.
It is. Huh. It is
So,
terrible.
I need to measure out 16 grams of carbon, and then I need 15.4 grams of the resin and 4.6 grams of hardener.
Scott says, gave us $2. Thank you. Math is awesome. Watch your units. Engineers unite. Oh my God.
Right. So, those are my numbers that I need for this fender. Can I have that black scale?
Oh my God, it's dusty.
Because I do carbon fibering on it.
Perfect.
That's why it's a shop scale. Okay. So it is currently on pounds, grams. Now we're going to.
This is
What's that?
super exciting.
It is. I'm glad you agree. Thank you for finally coming around.
I know.
So now we're going to take the chopped toe, which is the raw fibers of carbon fiber, and we're going to measure out 16 grams.
John Mesa, hey.
What's
Can't wait
up,
to see
fish?
you soon. Joshua, why don't you do this off camera?
Because as soon as I got home, I started doing as much prep as possible. And, you know,
I'm from Portugal.
this is how far I got.
Mm.
So I got as much prep work done as I possibly could.
We are not early today. We had daylight savings time.
Yes, so.
Okay. I'm working on my Norwegian, actually.
Yeah, Nicole's trying to learn a little bit of Norwegian.
Yeah. I can ask if you
Speak English.
Yeah.
And then say no.
Nei.
Night.
Nei. Yeah. As you're saying your measurement, I'm trying to measure out epoxy for a fiber table. Your numbers messed up my numbers. Can you tell me how wide are the VPS08320 brass pivot balls?
0.30 inches.
Don't you need gloves and a mask right now?
This is solid fiber. It's not like carbon dust. Oops, sorry.
I can say not to. Ike. Ike. I just like the way it is. And good dog is hello.
So there's how much fiber goes into it. It's more than you would think, but it obviously doesn't weigh very much.
Oh, epoxy river tape, not fiber tape.
Ah, that made sense. I was like, I don't know what a fiber table is. I was like, I bet it's for drugs.
What length toe did you go with?
I believe that this is around 1 inch. No, probably ½ inch.
Yeah.
Something like that. About ½ inch. So, I did have more gloves. They were in my cup.
Oh.
So now I've got to weigh out my resin. Oops. I meant to hit tear, not. There we go. So now I need 15.4 grams of my resin.
Have you heard or used carbon fiber 3D printing PLA filament?
Yeah, but it's not really that strong. Not compared to like actual carbon fiber. It's, it's just got some bits of carbon in there that are supposed to help bond things together. There's also like continuous strand carbon fiber printing on like very expensive printers, but that's still not nearly as rigid.
Gunner, thank you for the $5. Tonight's code for 15% off Satisfied Jerky. Hashtag Nicole would rather be doing anything else. And you have to spell my name correctly as well. Nicole makes Friday nights so much better.
Oh my God. Thanks, Gunner. Someone put that as a one message with Satisfied Jerky in one thing so we can pin it, please.
Do you add extra resin to account for what sticks to the cup?
No, but I mix so it's supposed to be a 40% resin mix to the carbon. I actually mix 125% of the weight of the carbon fiber itself. So there's like 50+% extra in there. And it all just gets squeezed out. So this part of it is less exact compared to the weighing of the toe.
Jeremy Fish says he's tried carbon fiber PLA and I think it's weaker than standard PLA. A lot of the people spell Nicole all different ways. Tuck It or Rock says, I love everybody. Love you too. Suki is pissed.
Oh, yeah. She's ready to go. All right. So
Oh, yeah. See, could be a K in there.
Nicole with a K?
Yeah.
Never heard of such a thing. Did I get a stick?
Carbon fiber nylon is a go-to. Seen a guy run bouncer parts and that stuff.
So the carbon fiber nylon is kind of like the Will you click that one up there that says main?
Thank you guys. What?
It's still
main what?
main camera.
Oh, I thought that was something else.
It is going to be stronger than some. That's more along the lines of what some of the continuous stuff is, but it's still just 3D printing, which is never going to be as strong as like a good injection molded part, or even or especially a real carbon fiber part.
You have your fancy pen dispersals, darling.
I like that pen.
Yeah. Look, get him. Get him, puppy.
I think he's afraid of gloves.
I think so. Would you get the Phoenix kit for $500 or the F10 axles for $233?
I mean, if you're just trying to put together like a, just a truck, then the Phoenix kit's a way better deal. If you're trying to build what is going to end up being a $1,000, $2,000 custom truck, then that, F10 axles are a pretty easy go-to. So, excuse me, that was disgusting. I apologize for my behavior. Okay. I need to go blue jay hunting.
I know, right? Oh my god.
Ooh, I need a good pellet gun.
Somebody would call it would be a news story about you.
Oh, I know.
There was a news story here about how they're trying to charge some mailman.
Because he killed a wild turkey by beating it with what?
I don't know, he like killed it because it was coming after him. I'm like, those things are mean.
The show just took a much different turn.
Child.
I know. Every time I put gloves on, though, it has to happen. Just like if you strap something down, you got to make the joke or say that I ain't going anywhere. Oh. You got to do it. It's the rule. Okay. You can go to the top camera.
Here we go.
So.
I was going to build a custom Brazing or G-Speed with the F10, but was trying to decide what's the better deal, kit or just axles.
Oh, well, I mean, it's like if you want to build that type of custom truck, then go for it. Absolutely. But it's going to end up costing you more than just building, a Phoenix. So that's kind of what I mean by, so it depends on what a better deal means to you.
You can always tell the difference between city people and rural people. How do they feel about deer, cute or giant rats?
Yeah.
Giant rats.
Giant rats that wreck your cars.
Yeah.
Like that's all deer are to me. Or tasty jerky.
Yeah.
So take and put down a initial layer of resin down in the mold to help the parts stick to it and give you a better outside finish.
How do you get the carbon fiber?
This was a whole development kit from easycomposites.co.uk. So everything that I'm using here came in a kit. Every part I've done on that truck so far has come out of that same kit. It's expensive to get it if you're in the US with shipping and all, but I would say that it's worth it if you're really wanting to get into it. It makes it a lot easier and a lot less of a hurdle to jump as far as like everything you're going to buy and get. So, okay. We've got a nice layer in there. Happy treat. I don't know why I feel like Bob Ross right now.
I don't either, because you're not doing anything as cool as he does. No, he had a pet squirrel.
Bob Ross had a pet squirrel?
Yeah, it would like sit in his pocket and stuff.
How come he never put it in a single painting? Or did he?
He did landscapes and not.
There's not squirrels in landscapes? That's the only place I've ever seen squirrels.
Yes, he he sprayed it with wax release.
Yeah, I did that before
3
the show.
times already.
Three heavy coats, 10 minutes between coats.
Jimmy Bailey says happy Friday. I'm going to be taking out my Phoenix for some tested tuning this weekend.
Nice. There is a lot of carbon that you have to shove inside of this mold.
And of course, Bob Ross had a pet squirrel. My grandma's boyfriend has a Bob Ross original. I just think the fact that your grandma has a boyfriend, right?
Does your grandpa know?
I mean,
I know. It's still funny.
good for
still
her.
Cool. Your great grandma had a boyfriend when I met her, and she was over 100.
Yeah, she was 99 when you met her.
Oh yeah, whatever.
Or 98. I don't know. Anyway.
And he had. So was he? How old was he? Because he must have been way younger than her.
Sailor Jim? I don't know how much younger. I mean, he was probably like a good 20 years younger. He's probably
right?
like 80. Like,
isn't that wild though? Like, at some point, that whole thing really flips on its head. Like,
okay.
people are just enthralled by this.
No, I'm trying to get the carbon fiber questions. Do you have to worry about the fiber orientation, or is it random?
No, that's the thing with forged carbon is you're not worried about that. It's omnidirectional.
I made my own RC car parts with glass fiber. PAS? Pat was wondering how to buy carbon for cheap.
Oof. I don't know if carbon and cheap ever really go together.
Could you mix the carbon and resin for some more thorough cooking? Mixing? Sorry.
So
I don't know where I got cooking from. Because he said s'more. That was why.
So you were on the...
Yeah.
So that method has been discussed, and generally this is the way that people suggest as far as what works best for the molds. Because that would have been my initial thought as well. Is like, oh, seems like you should just mix it and then push it all in there. But this seems to be the way. This is not my method. This is the method that
you saw the most people on YouTube doing.
The professionals doing.
Okay.
And I would not call myself anywhere near a professional.
No.
Can
you pour the resin in, then spread it?
You not all at once. You need to kind of go through and do it this way. Otherwise, you're going to really be fighting the carbon infusion through everything. And you need the resin. You need to put the resin in a little at a time to help everything kind of stay together. Because as you can see, it's not like...
I think you could have used Nicole's food processor and mixed up the carbon and resin. No, thank you.
No.
You would have been in big trouble for that.
It is not the way to go. That it's specifically because it's a thought that a lot of people have until it's been tried, but not successful.
What are your thoughts on the BRXO2's carbon fiber chassis?
I think that it's an absolutely ridiculous place to have to spend $1,000 on a scale truck kit, like a scale truck of that matter. Like, no. I'm not saying $1,000 is ridiculous on a scale truck, obviously, but like it is made to be super scale. Like it has leaf spring. Like to have carbon fiber on a leaf spring truck seems.
Maybe somebody just wants it.
It's just, I can't believe that they did it in a production kit. Sookie, this is the wrong time.
Come here. There you go. That's all you have to do. She hates anything.
She hates anything?
Like airflow. Come here. Come on. You can do it. Okay. I gotcha. No. He doesn't want you up there. Nicole, have you stolen your husband's Afghan? No, but he does carry it around with him like freaking Linus. Like, Mike J says, I'm not having stream issues, so you may need to restart your stream. No, you cannot blow on her at all. Like, she can't even handle when the
ceiling fan
is on. Yeah, cat hair reinforced. Oh, she did shit. This weather's coming up. Do you need to make me one? No, that is okay.
Nicole requires blankets that are 95 layers.
Yeah.
I can't be almost in the same room as the blankets she needs. She is always cold. I am always hot.
Yes, you are.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. This is all it is.
Yes, you've been here for this process.
I haven't watched you do this.
Yeah, and you have to shove way more carbon than you would possibly think could ever fit in a mold in here.
You're gonna need more.
Nope, it's a density and weight equation. That's why I did all that math.
Oh, you weighed this?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Huh. Interesting.
Is it though?
No. What are you doing with that?
With what?
Whatever that liquid is?
That is the resin. That's what holds all these fibers together. That's what makes it turn into one solid part. When you let it cure for 24 hours, you're letting that liquid turn into a solid.
A wife can make it heavier if you need. Oh my gosh, that was so nice of her to make one. I know how much work it is. Saw a cat butt cookie cutter and thought of the Friday night stream. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, see?
What?
Randall Hill's on blood thinner, so he gets cold.
Hmm.
Yeah. Perfect. Working with carbon fiber, super health hazardous.
I know what you like, and when I work on it with like the CNC mill and fibers and everything going everywhere, I absolutely know what you mean. This is
there's no like particles or anything on
right. This isn't like
hotter than a crack pipe on payday.
Fiberglass dust or anything like that.
No.
Even the companies that sell this is basically the same PPE that they show and use, and they're very over the top with this resin. Isn't even. It has no. It's a low viscosity, and there's no off-gassing. Like, there's no smell to this at all. Because if there was, you would have heard her say it already.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on modified four-wheel steer Capra as a first class 3 vehicle?
I haven't really thought about how you would how that would point out, for Sorca points if you're trying to do class 3. I mean, I think it would be fairly competitive.
I tried to find a cat butt jewel cover, but can't seem to locate one. What does that mean?
It's like a little thing that you slide over their tail, and it goes all the way down to the base, and then the little
jewel.
Yeah,
that would stay on for...
Oh my God, it would be like what somebody was chasing them.
Yeah.
Like, it would be a absolute train wreck.
Why not just pour the resin in?
Because that's not how it works.
You can't do that.
You need to do it between layers to help everything stay in place. This is the process that is done by people that have done it a lot of times, not developed by me. Nothing I'm doing here is a method that I decided.
He's following the instruction, folks.
Like, this is not a process that is... It's the only way to keep the fibers really doing what you want and where you want. And you put extra resin in compared to what the density of the final part needs to be.
Jesse found the cap cover. Please do not buy that.
Unless it is for your own kittens.
Yeah. I doubt he read the instructions.
It was a video. So
Good night, Matt.
I definitely did not read anything, but I did watch a video many, many times. Matt was in here? And now he's going to bed?
No,
Oh.
it was somebody else. There's other people named Matt in the world.
I guess.
I know.
I feel like you just would have
It's always on your mind.
addressed them more formally.
He has his name on there.
Okay. So now we're going to kind of make sure we've got things in the areas where we want them most. Just by working the carbon.
Do you have this classified under autos and vehicles?
Yeah.
How pissed would somebody be if they're like thinking you're working on something for a full-size truck?
It would all apply the
And they're
exact
like,
same.
What the hell? He's not even... This is for a tiny one. How long does it take to cure completely?
24 hours. Because every time I'm waiting like 23 and I'm like, I think it's good. I'm going to go undo it. And Nicole's like, no, you're not.
It's not Christmas morning. Are you going to do the cooking trick where you put it in the oven and pull out the other finished?
I wish. And no, I would not waste time doing two.
I can't, Jesse.
What?
He found the link for the cat butt jewel. Like, whose cat would let them put that on them?
Not one of ours.
I'm gonna do a meetup for the True Mat, like they did Kyle.
It was Josh's.
Yeah.
It was in like Nebraska too.
Yeah. You should have gone.
Right? Okay. You can go to the main camera.
The main camera. How much blood are you going to lose tomorrow? What?
I've made myself bleed taking these things apart more than once.
Wow.
I know. That's talent. Is there two big metal blocks over there?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
A friend is bringing me his kitty from Alaska. What?
You don't need a kitten from Alaska. We got kittens at home. Seems like a lot. Okay. So I brought my vise in here because it's a live show and because you don't have that long between when you have to do this. So we take the second half of this and you just line it up the best you can. So it sits, well, I could probably show you, like inside of the mold, it's just overfilled and kind of messy. Then you just put this on the top. Oh, will you go get aluminum foil?
Yeah, but can you use freezer paper?
Freezer paper would work? Oh, it's right there.
Yeah, because you almost used all my aluminum foil.
What?
Yeah, and I don't use freezer paper. Because I have zipper.
Oh. I'm just putting this down so the resin doesn't go all over my floor and vise and all that.
You need to tape that.
Yep, I will tape it.
Okay.
Tape.
Oh, look at that little kitty.
Okay. You can keep reading.
Oh, sorry. What the hell is freezer? Freezer paper's literally freezer paper. It says used for arts and crafts, but you actually can It has a waxy side and a not waxy side, and you can put.
But it's not wax paper. Don't call it wax paper.
It's not wax paper.
Don't call it wax paper.
Because it's not wax paper, but it has one waxy side and one dull side. So things don't see shiny side. So things don't stick to it. But it's to, right, the butcher wraps meat up and.
So I take the mold halves and I put the big blocks of aluminum on each side to help equally distribute the load.
This is usually where I have to help. It's kind of like parchment paper, but not, because it has a waxy side. But for this endeavor, it wouldn't matter. What keeps the mold from spreading out wide?
Just the density of the print of the mold.
What's that? Yeah? You need help?
No, I got it now.
Oh.
I got the hard part.
Wow, usually I have to do that. Okay. No, okay, that took 40 minutes. Now what?
Oh, I have plenty to do.
What are you trying to get all this done for?
Scale Nationals.
When's that?
We leave and we'll be there 3 weeks from today, from yesterday.
Oh. Guess I need to put that in my calendar.
Okay.
Some dripped out.
Yep, it's supposed to.
I know. Trust me, I know.
There's been a couple of times where it wasn't dripping out, and I was just like, "Oh, why is it
an
not?
issue.
It's not dripping out. Where is the excess resin going? There should be excess." And I was like,
And I said it probably went up into the grid part, and you were like, "I don't believe anything you say." So.
And it wasn't there.
And it was.
It wasn't. It was in a different area. But still.
Yeah, see, Randall, thank you. I was baking cookies once and mixed my wax paper up with my parchment paper and stunk up the whole house. That's why. What is the working time with the
It's like,
resin?
I think it's 30 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's 30 minutes.
She doesn't even know when she's going halfway. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. What's a good hobby shop by the Great Wolf Lodge up in Wyandotte?
Hobby Haven is going to be the best one, which is not that far from there.
435.
Yeah.
One. Or you could make it over to Gladstone. Not that.
You could go up, but that's a little bit further drive.
Yeah.
And so it says AT30 fast, so I think that it's 30 minutes. It's a fast 30 though.
There's a cash comp tomorrow at Oak Beach.
Yeah, I'm not prepared.
What?
I have too much to get done.
You have a list.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that green highlighter come out.
I have a very long list of things to do. Actually, separate lists even.
I bet one of them has nothing to do with all of the yard work that needs to be done.
No, it's all trucks. So, okay. Did you want to review the math?
Yeah. Sure.
Whatever.
Printing mushrooms and watching tiny trucks.
Printing
I
mushrooms.
feel like you can't say that.
Yeah. So, I'm going to cross mold fenders off of my list. Mold fender, singular. Only need one. I'm going to cross it off hoping that this actually worked. Every time I feel like I don't know if it worked or not. But hopefully I'm surprised.
Matt Conley's going to be in KC next weekend.
Wait. Excuse me. Tissue. Yeah, I would I mean, either of the hobby shop, the two big hobby shops are Hobby Haven and Hobby Town on North Oak. Both are great hobby shops, so I enjoy stopping at both. I pretty much stop at both every time I'm in.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
I'm like, I gotta go to the hobby shop.
And my dad's like, let's go!
Yeah. Like, let's go to the hobby shop then. That's fine.
Josh, Axial Fest West dates were confirmed today.
Yes. I did see that they said that, though.
They did?
Uh-huh.
Where's it at?
It's a place called Rob's.
One is in Missouri and one is in...
Yeah, but they're pretty much the same.
Yeah. I'm from both. I grew up on the Kansas side, but like 5 minutes from state line, and Josh and I's house was on the Missouri side.
Yep.
So I claim both. Are you going live to open the mold tomorrow? No.
Oh, what time was it? 6:30-ish when I...
6:45.
I know, but like when I closed it. It was probably like...
6:45.
It's probably closer to 6.
6:45.
We started at 6, which is like when I started mixing it, so I'll probably open it at 6. I'll go live on Instagram.
Child.
Watch for Instagram live tomorrow about that time. We'll open it up. So, okay. Oh, I have big long lists of all the things that have to be done for each truck. This is class 1, which isn't even a complete list. This is class 2. And then this is by day what I hoped to get done. So Friday I did have mold fender. Highlighted. It's off the list.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Now I have to grab the truck again.
What to try? Dual stage foams for scale crawler. Don't know where to look. Well, I'm assuming want to.
Oh.
Oh, Scott, so she looked really close to me.
I mean, I run Crawler Innovations foams. So
And now you
I run
retracted it.
soft front, medium rear is what I run. And then the height is just based on what tire you're running.
This is a really good question, Alex. Thank you. Is that Alex Rojo? Is that much work on a competition truck necessary? Or are you overkilling it?
Yeah, for the most part, this has just been...
Not necessary. And yes, he's overkilling it.
You could absolutely just... You could do way less. You can make a competition truck hardly look like a scale truck even, and be more competitive that way.
Yeah.
This has just honestly been for fun.
Is it?
So much fun. And I love a deadline. That's why I don't do yard work. There's no real deadline.
Oh, I'll give you a deadline.
Okay.
I'll
You'll forget it.
put it in the calendar.
It has to mean something.
Well, the only time I ever got really mad at Josh, I think I had a really bad headache, and you were supposed to be home at some time, and then you didn't get home for like 6 hours, and so I refused to answer any of your phone calls, and I took the remotes and I...
Oh yeah. Oh, I remember exactly what that was. I was at Cody's.
Yeah. And and I was just like annoyed, and then really I was just annoyed with you, and so I took all the remotes and
hid them,
and
she locked our bedroom door.
So I just
locked our
on the couch.
bedroom, which was funny because our house...
Yeah, I know.
It was our house. You could actually go in any of the 3 bedrooms, but the closets were attached.
Yeah.
So they were just regular sliding closet doors, slide it one way, slide it the other. Except you could just go in there and then sneak down and then go into the next bedroom. And you could go from the spare bedroom to the master bedroom to the other spare bedroom. But the fact that I got home and I was way late and I had definitely been drinking.
Somebody dropped you off.
Somebody dropped. I don't remember how I got home.
Yeah, somebody dropped you off.
But it was going to be a short night, and somehow it turned into a very late night.
And I just wasn't getting an answer, which I don't care how late he stays out, but it was just he was at fault.
Yeah.
So I just hid the TV remotes and locked the bedroom door. I was like, your ass can sit on the couch.
Like, locking the bedroom door was obviously the first thing I discovered. And then I was just like, fine, I'll sleep on the couch.
I know.
And I sat down on the couch and I was just like...
Yeah, I know.
And I was looking everywhere and I was like, what? So I like tried to turn the TV on manually, which was easy. And then we had Apple TV. So I was like, I'm just going to use the Apple TV remote on my phone because you could have the app. Yeah. And I couldn't get it to sync. I was so mad. Okay. I was like, oh, I know she did this on purpose. Yeah. I was like, I can't prove it, but I'm pretty sure.
I probably woke up the next morning like, did you have the remote? I'm like, yeah.
like, oh, you son. Like, I was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't piss me off.
It was. Because
I won't say anything about it. I'm not going to call you 100 times. That's for sure. Like, I have friends who would have just like blown your shit up, and I was like, oh no, there is no communication happening clearly from either side here.
That's probably just be a few hours. No. 10 hours later. Oh, yeah. I don't know. It's not the exact same thing, but you remember, was it True Lies? It's like, what kind of hateful bitch takes the ice cube trays? Like yeah, no. I mean, I kudos on the thought. Like,
oh, I know. I was not, and
I'm sure you were proud of the thought too. You're like, oh,
yeah, super proud of it. I'm still proud of it. Freaking 10 years later, like, and like the fact that that's like the one time that I was really just annoyed with you to the point of doing something like that is, I guess that says a lot.
I remember it clearly because I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I deserve it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, I get this one. I'll take the L on this one.
Oh yeah, that's why Josh cringes every time he does anything to me, because he knows that I will get him back and twice as bad. So like he'll do something and then be like, oh, why did I do that? That was such a poor idea.
Uh-huh.
But
every once in a while, someone's like, you should release that truck as a kit. And I want to tell them, you have no idea how poorly I designed. Oh, shit. The screw goes the other way? How the fuck did I do that? Oops, sorry.
Now Matt's here. Matt Kett.
Oh, that kit. That Matt.
Yeah.
Matt, we've already done the carbon fiber part. You're going to have to go back and rewatch so you'll know how to do it. That's it.
You'll probably just buy it like most people.
You can't buy art pieces like this just anywhere. Handcrafted. Matt appreciates the art.
Matt appreciates art.
That's what I said.
No, not this.
Where's my little wrench? There it is.
Are you running titanium screws?
Yes, in some of it. Not in everything, because I don't have all of the lengths that I would want. But I am running titanium screws in a number of places. It's not easy working on such a combobulated truck.
Yeah, it's your own doing.
Oh, I'm aware. I would even take it down to poor design if you really want to get to it.
Do we? High quality handmade shit here.
This is high quality handmade. What is that from?
I don't know.
Can't remember. This is what we're trying to make on the next batch, but now we have to wait 24 hours. Are you excited? I'm excited.
Oh, that's what we're making.
This was the
right?
first piece I ever made. I tell you what. I tell you what. I tell you what.
I can see your windshield in the frame. Why did you put it there?
Why wouldn't I put it there? A windshield.
Why did you put it in before you were done?
Because it's not like I've got a bunch of stuff to do with that.
Because excited.
Because it was on my list. I was like, I can do
it
that.
is from Happy Gilmore.
Some high quality handmade shit here.
When they're like, yeah.
When they're talking about the Afghans.
Yeah. Oh, John Schultz. That's trash.
The John Schultz.
Yeah.
Who I talked to on the phone today.
Uh,
And John, to confirm, I did get a ride for our Easy Up to get to Vegas. So it will be there for you to then transport to Alabama for us. So I much appreciate it.
what was happening?
He's gonna bring the Vanquish Easy Up for me. So we have the Vanquish one.
Oh, well, that was nice.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Right. I needed to take this apart so that I could get this. I know it's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah. Can you like grease those or something?
No, then they'll fall out.
My gal knit a beanie for my
Titanium pieces. Secret tunnel.
Well, so you have titanium and carbon fiber. You're trying to make it like the lightest truck ever.
It's not even. Aluminum is half the weight of titanium. Do you know that?
No, no. Now I'm glad I do.
So, yeah, no. If I was trying to make it light, I would have done more aluminum than titanium. But
I had that chicken on the counter.
I bet Chief's full. Jesus. We gotta snip. I also need to install the mesh into my louvers a little bit. Did Chief not devour it?
Did not.
Wow. Hi, Suki. What are you doing? What is this move? Okay. Well, with that much heart, yeah. Yeah, I definitely was the thought of like weight savings was negligible. Now, titanium is nice and light compared to the steel that I would have used for a cage. So that was a nice weight savings. But beyond that, I could have used aluminum in a lot of places, but didn't. Hi, Chiefertons.
Oh, we have an echo and YouTube crashed hard, apparently.
We shouldn't have an echo on this.
Oh, no echo here, but I had this circle of death for a minute.
Oh, weird. We didn't drop any frames, so must have just been YouTube making a hiccup.
I got my new chassis for my SDX24 today from Shapeways.
Oh, nice.
Hi, were you a good boy? Yes, you were. You were a good boy. When I said that, I was like... Perfect.
Didn't you knock all those pins out?
Oh, were there pins in it? Oh, no.
Oh, no, thank God.
Ew. What'd you do?
You'd be like one of those parents that just like their kid is an absolute disaster. And you'd be like, oh, that was cute.
No, I would never be like that, but I wouldn't yell at them either. They're kids. Shit happened. Just pick it up.
Whoop them.
He still has some to go.
God. Sweet moves, Chief. Yeah, exactly.
Billy the kitty says hi, Chief. Does he have a Cheeto? Chris Fields?
I can't remember.
Nicole left the room and YouTube freaked out. Moose Jaw says, "Oh, I know those." Your parents, no, I would not be like that. Or, I'm not like that. Good night, country boy.
Her cats run the house, but I also let it happen. We basically would let those cats do almost everything.
Yes,
They're just
yes, it is. Billy's a Cheeto from Windhaven.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, normally I don't. These guys, they don't eat. They're not super big on people food. Luckily,
Except yogurt.
except yogurt.
If you open a yogurt like with the foil top, Chief is up in your face.
Yeah, it could be Jello or pudding.
Anything with a foil top. He thinks that it's yogurt, and he thinks that because if we eat yogurt, we'll give him a little just bop on the nose, a boop, actually technically, and then he's quite happy. So,
What's a good crawler kit, please? He said, please.
if you want a kit version, I prefer the VS410 Phoenix. If you want an RTR, I would either choose a SCX-10-2, an Element, Enduro of whatever platform you like best, or the TRX-4.
Billy, the kitty, the Cheeto from Carol, is 11 pounds at 6 months. Yep.
That's about Chief. When at 6 months.
Yeah.
Now he's 16 the other day.
I don't remember.
Something like that, 16 or 17.
I don't think it's that big, but I know you boys like to embellish.
I hold him by his front legs on the scale.
Why don't you just put him on the scale?
Because I don't know. I like to
Okay.
balance.
Saying. How do I find the address to send you something?
You can message me on Facebook or Instagram, or you can go to the Vanquish website.
5710 Roseville Road, Suite B,
Yes.
Sacramento, California. I don't know the
95842. But if you go to the Vanquish website, specifically the desktop version, the address is at the bottom.
That's a thick boy.
And I have everything sent to the office. So feel free to send there.
And I need a P.O. box.
I just have everything sent to work. You don't really need a P.O. box for everything sent to work.
Yeah. Which version of the VS410 do you like the best as a finished product?
My favorite one is the Pro. That's still my favorite truck.
Because it has portals?
It's not portal.
Because it
but
does not have portals?
It doesn't have portals, and it's my just absolute favorite driving truck. As far as out of the box goes, it's just a blast. So, what do you fit? You're fidgeting with a tiny man. They live at 1313 Mockingbird Lane. What is that from? I know that address from something. I just don't know what it is.
I don't. Apparently, VP is Moose Jaw's P.O. box,
too. There were some packages delivered to VP for Moose Jaw. And I was just like, hey, I got a package here for you. He's like, what?
Somebody's saying, oh, that's cool. Thank you.
Someone contacted me on Instagram. Like, hey, could I send a package to you and you could get to Moose Jaw? I was like, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. And he brought a bottle of wine over when he retrieved it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he also picked up a bunch of Vanquish stuff that he ordered. He placed an order and then just said, send home with Josh.
I thought your Pro had a portal axle in the rear.
Technically, that's true. But it's always been my favorite, regardless of the one thing that I did do.
You don't like portals?
Oh, I do. My Pro is that it just drives awesome. It's just.
I thought you explained what a portal was to me one day in the car.
And then you stopped listening halfway through the conversation.
Yeah, I still don't know.
Right. Do you want me to start over?
No.
I didn't think so.
If I lost my mind about boxes being brought into the house, I would be a very sad human.
Depending on the size of the boxes, does vary the reaction.
Well, I'm sorry,
little
that
box.
fucking 2 scale.
When the SCX6 came home.
Yeah, like no.
She's
Don't.
like, what are you doing? Why are you bringing that in the house?
No, that is too big. And then I had to move it out into the garage when you were gone at something because I was cleaning up the living room.
Should have just plugged it in. Drove it.
I don't know how to do that. And so I had to pick it up and I threw it into the garage.
That thing weighs 26 pounds. You didn't throw anything.
I hammer through it. Yeah.
Feeling strong now. 2 days of working out.
I'm sore as shit.
I'm pretty ripped now.
Yeah. Oh, I'm done. But I was like, man, this gets harder every time I get out of shape and then try and get back in shape. And like, it gets harder every time. So I need to not.
Yeah.
Get out of shape as much as I have because I'm like, fuck, I hurt. I hurt.
Yeah. Okay. So, see my mesh?
Yeah.
Right? Turned out so good.
Did you smash them?
I did.
Yeah.
Stamp.
That was what
Smash it though is just as good. Just as reasonable. Okay. I still need to take off the rest of this though, which is my least favorite part. Because there's a lot to do. I should take off the roof.
Dale C's here. Didn't have a dance class.
Yeah, right? No more salsa tonight?
Just got done cutting another 100-foot tree down. Was about to fall in the house. I'm so over this. Only 3 more trees and nothing will pose a danger.
Brave man. Especially after the last ones.
I'm watching this little cramming a piece of pizza in my face. I'm right there with you, but
We got rotisserie chicken.
yeah. Are you gonna buy some forged carbon fiber plates for your sides, firewall, and roof?
Nope, I'm not going to. I was going to, but even buying forged carbon side plates, it doesn't look anything like forged carbon when you've got it molded. Because when they lay it out, they use bigger flakes of carbon, and it honestly looks just as different as twill. So I'm just going with the twill that I already have and is already cut and is done.
Sledge question: why leave the diff gears exposed?
You mean the center diff gears? I guess that's pretty common.
What's a sledge?
The sledge is a new Traxxas vehicle.
Oh.
Fun fact, the designer of the sledge was in my office today.
Was that your office?
A former Traxxas employee. Friend of ours stopped by. He doesn't work in the RC industry anymore.
Oh.
And he wasn't coming to work for us. He was just stopping by on his way through to do some mountain biking.
Oh.
Yeah.
Josh, any advice on putting TRX 4 axles under a VS 410? I'm having some trouble with the shock body hitting the panhard mount on the axle.
Adjust the length of your panhard link. And that should help you. It's tight to put different axles under chassis sometimes, but that's what you need to do is start adjusting those lengths.
Robbie was just recently gifted a Vanquish breast cancer sticker.
Hey.
From Cody.
We had those made when we did the breast cancer awareness wheels and stuff.
Fantastic. Oh my God. I can't, Dale. You're killing me.
What do you say?
Have you ever geeked over pulley shackles? I love being able to increase my tractor's pulling power by 50% with every shackle I put between me and the tree.
I don't know that I really ever had. Like, I remember using them as a kid, like when we in the haylofts and things like that. And it was kind of wild to be like, oh, wow, it's amazing how this gets easier when we do this. But I guess it was just part of like farm life, and then I rebelled against
Farming.
farming in general.
What color are you painting the cage?
Not painting it at all. It is titanium, and it will stay titanium.
Naked.
I don't.
It's a naked cage.
Right. I'm not gonna anodize it like with titanium. I'm not gonna heat heat color it or anything like that. But
Nicole, do you want any presents from Canada? Poutine.
yeah, travel for 4 days with cheese curds.
I don't know. What else did you guys have? Like ketchup flavored Lay's?
You want those again?
No.
I was gonna say. I was like,
yeah, I don't know. No, I'm not a big fan of maple syrup. I like fake syrup.
Nicole prefers imitation
I
syrup.
do. I know. It's so bad, and it pisses my mom off so hard. But I'm like, I don't like maple syrup. I like fucking Aunt Jemima syrup, like Miss Butterworth.
You're just not. You don't have classy bred into you anywhere. You don't. You've got. I mean, lucky me for sure. Like, you like. I mean, you're just like. Is there just like a nice Holiday Inn around here? Like, I really. Like, that's all you ever want for. Like, can we just stay in like a Holiday Inn?
an Express.
Yeah, Holiday Inn Express.
They're better than the Holiday Inns. I'm just saying.
I know. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, hockey pucks, some maple syrup, and an autographed photo of Pam Anderson. Jeremiah, thank you for the $5. So I'll be getting those VP 310 wheels in a few days. I want to remove the coating that's on the wheels. How do I do that without running the wheels?
Removing coatings is not easy. I mean, I don't have a good way to tell you. Like,
We don't even own an RV. I don't want to own an RV. I just want to stay at a Holiday Inn Express.
that's Nicole's whole argument. Like, I would like to own an RV, and Nicole's just like, if we spend more in Holiday Inn Expresses in a year than it would cost to upkeep
No, just the payments.
just the payments of an RV, then we can look at an RV. But that my argument is like we would go so many other places.
No.
Here's the firewall combo. Windshield. I'm just saying.
Anniversary night Taco Bell.
I will say that. She's picky on, like, this is a chain restaurant.
I'm picky on food.
Oh, this is
like
a chain restaurant.
Like, sorry.
Even when she finds a place that she likes, and then she later finds out it's a chain restaurant, she's like, it's a chain.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I like to support local.
That's not even why.
No, we just don't need an RV because, as he said with all of his lists, guess what's not getting taken care of? Anything else.
RVs don't have yards.
No Olive Garden for me, no.
No.
No. Dale just got a Red Methods in the mail.
Hey. Always an acceptable choice.
Yeah, I'm good. On the RV. Like, where are we gonna keep it? Because my garage is already full of shit.
It doesn't have to stay here. It can go in a place.
But endless breadstick. No Cracker Barrel. Why no chain restaurant? I just like to support local restaurants. And usually I get better food. And I worked in a chain restaurant. So I know what happens there. So I'm good. I know how the steaks are shipped in and kept in a drawer underneath the oven in a vat of brine.
You're so dramatic.
Sorry. Not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I work for Applebee's.
She did work it out. Like I told you, classy, not built
It
in.
was like 17. But yeah, it was exactly like waiting, and it was disgusting. There were cockroaches that fell out of the bar one time, out of the ceiling of the bar. And we were like, oh my god, like, somebody should probably take care of that. One time I dropped a T-bone steak. It was way back in the day. People were like, they have to, yeah, they did back in the day. And I dropped it, and then my manager just took it and rinsed it off in the sink, and then put it back on the grill. And no, don't
do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
So, it is time to put the...
Would you do a Proline cliffhanger or a hard body Mojave with the F10s?
I mean, hard bodies are cool if you're trying to do, hard body things with your friends. But for me, I would probably end up going cliffhanger.
We don't do hard bodies in this house.
Yeah, Nicole.
We're all soft bodies here. So
Nicole doesn't allow me to bring hard bodies home.
No, I don't want to get replaced. This is all... I know all this stuff happens in local places too, but like I would rather give if I'm gonna, like, I don't really care. Like I'll eat whatever. Like if there's a hair in my food, I just pull it out and eat it. Like, but I feel like if it, come on. All I'm saying is he will be doing comps with it.
Again, it depends. Like
Thanks, Phoenix. He says, if you're still watching, hit the like.
You might just be here by accident. And
oh, your father figure, not soft body. There you go. He doesn't have kids, so we don't have kids, so we don't have an excuse.
No, not really. Okay.
I mean, we're lazy, so that's our excuse, but the tapeworm girl won't eat at Olive Garden. Damn it. Why do you tell people everything?
You told that story. I didn't say shit. And so, there.
They have Waffle Houses here.
Do they?
Yeah.
Where?
I don't know. I think I've seen them.
I don't think so. I don't think they have Waffle House here.
I think they do.
Pretty sure that's not true.
Josh's 22 skill points bad without knowing what I was doing. I got 22.
Yes. You should try for more. 22 sounds about like what I went to my, like one of the comps with after I did that one night build. They're like, you have 22 scale points. I was like, oh, cool. They're like, nope, that's not good. I'm like, shit.
What's good?
50 or 60, depending on what you're running.
Oh, yeah. See, and then in Thomas area, I knew I'd seen one. I mean, if I don't have to eat, I'm probably not going to go to Waffle House, but like...
We've eaten at Waffle House together.
Yeah. I mean, I'm eating at Waffle House. Oh, Mark 1970 got a carry-all RC backpack, and it's awesome. They are pretty awesome.
Yes.
I do really love what he's done with that stuff. It's like such a good idea.
Sorry.
Well, we didn't have a ton of people, so they maxed the points at 30, so 22 was good then, right?
That's much better.
They are part Bengal.
I'm guessing Bingle.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he is behind because, so he's probably not going to hear your response.
The Sarge 90, yes, Sacramento. We are in.
Listen to the excitement in her voice. Sacramento.
Matt Conley says, I'm not ashamed to admit I've driven 3 hours to KC just to eat at Waffle House. If you were going to say
What?
you'd driven that far to eat at, like, Joe's or something,
How-
okay.
How was there? There's no way you could drive from that far away and not hit a Waffle House before that. Unless maybe you're coming from Nebraska.
Well, yeah, isn't he in Nebraska?
Is he?
I think
Yes,
so.
I was gonna say. I guess we didn't have him in Omaha.
You don't?
I don't think so. We're classier than that, obviously.
I'm in Roseville, but I do HVAC. Well, we consider Roseville to be,
It's still Sacramento.
yeah, right?
Yeah, it's the Sac metropolitan
Yeah.
area.
Home of the Z-Man, yeah, Magic School Truck.
Oh,
That's
that
right
is
by where I grew
good.
up.
Mm.
Rob, thank you for the $5 late to the party.
What's up, Rob? I have to paint this later. Painting. I have my interior mounts in there.
Marco says he would love to build one of these, but I got hit by the mini Z racing bug.
Unacceptable.
We lived in Placer County for a minute.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. I've lived in
It cost
just
me
2 counties here? 2 counties here.
$100 to fill up the Jeep today.
Whoa.
I know. I was like, what?
It cost $99 to fill up my Gladiator the other day.
Yeah, and I went to like Arco, like the cheapest one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grizz, yeah, for sure, but that's like any place. The fitment on that interior mount is amazing. Oh, is that a real word?
Fitment? Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought you just spelled something wrong. I just.
And thank you.
Okay, no.
I've put all of the parts that aren't that I've
His
made.
Crocs are down there.
All of the parts that I've made for this but haven't used in one box, and it is large and very heavy.
The damn gas pumps here limit to $75.
Oh, yeah. So you have to like click it and then start over.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah.
$4.09 for 87 gas in Oklahoma.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, Nicole, you don't have to fully press the loud pedal.
That's the gas pedal.
Oh.
Called the loud pedal.
Oh, I thought I was being loud. I thought it was my voice. I was like, I'm sorry. I thought I was. Wes made builds. Weren't you just emailing him?
I was.
You said hello.
Hello, Wes.
Whatever happened to Little Dancing Rider? Do all Americans wear shoes indoors?
I wasn't actually wearing them. They're just below
Yeah, we
here,
don't.
and I wasn't gonna like pick up, so I just put it on my foot, and then lifted it up with my foot. It seemed like the easiest way.
$3.75 in KC. I know when I go home, I'm like,
Damn, gas is cheap here.
yeah.
Okay, so
Oh, it's cheap everywhere. I know, like, I think it was $5.50 or something for.
$6.50.
No,
It's over $6.
no, it's not. $5.50.
No, there's no way it's $5.50.
Yeah, huh?
No, it's not possible.
Yeah, it was.
Not
was
if it cost you
$5.55.
$100.
It did.
Then it was not $5.50.
I was on empty. Well, or Arco's machine is messed up. It's $102.
Then it was more than $5.50.
No, it wasn't.
Telling you. Look it up.
What do you want me to look up? How much was gas at this Arco that I went to today?
You can look it up easily.
But not. Good night. Good night. I don't know. I haven't gotten to that lesson yet. Tor, but thank you for the 50 knots.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, we could be paying by the liter. But like, I swear to God, it was, and I was on, the gas light came on, so like it was empty.
Yeah, but I obviously run mine until like.
Well, then I don't know, Josh, but I'm just saying that was what I paid, and that was what the thing was, because Waze asked me to confirm the price. It said, "Are you at a gas station?" I said, "Yes," and it said, "Will you confirm the price?" And I was like, "Okay."
You don't have to do those things.
Well, it asked nicely.
Nicole says thank you to Alexis.
Shut up.
Like she's that person.
Jeremiah, thank you for the $5. Gas here in Minnesota is $3.84 a gallon. Costs $75 to fill up my Astro van. Also, this summer, planning a trip to Cali. Going by train. Oh, that'll be so fun. Can you offer any tips on how to improve the performance of the SCX3?
Overdrive, throw some gears in it, the portals and the axles, get some ratio in those things to try and pull that thing around a little bit better. I hate saying adding weight, but that thing is so top heavy. That would be, I hate to say add weight, but yeah. So, all right. Transmission is out. I got to install the motor. That was on my list for today. Things to do.
Oh.
Right? What spare gear do I have on here? I have a 56 on here right now.
Of course we can. Or buy a Phoenix. Yeah, that's what he wanted to say.
No, I'm not saying that. If you really love the look of a truck, then I understand that. I need parts.
Yes, we can give Moose Jaw's YouTube a push here because he almost has 1,000 subscribers.
What?
Whoop whoop.
I have my special John Holmes motor.
Oh, why is it special?
It's got orange on it.
Did he make it for you?
Uh-huh.
Of course he did.
Hi, Suckums.
10T pinion on that bad motor you got there?
10 tooth? Probably not. I've got a 56 tooth spur in here, and then...
Hey, 1 subscriber is better than 0. So good job.
It's what all of our accounts were at some point.
Yeah.
So, let's see. I have to do some math quickly. Would you like to join in again?
No.
No? I should probably write it down, though, just to keep track. Just to be sure.
Thank you. Lowest gas price in Sacramento is $5.19. Average 87 unleaded is $5.49 a gallon. Yeah, eat shit, Josh. Trucks are C Habit. Thank you for the $5. Good evening, guys. Loving how the trucks are coming together. I got dibs on the class. One of you sell it. LOL. See you and Matt there. Yeah, we are gonna sell it.
We? The royal we? I will be hand delivering it no matter where it's sold. Because of the amount of cash that it will take. I will not be accepting PayPal.
My daughter Michaela says hi. Hi.
Hello. Okay. So, I know that in stock form I've got 1.4 to 1 in the axle portal, and then a 375 in the ring gear stock. So 1.4 times 3.75 equals 5.75 to 1 in the axles stock. If I do the standard ratio, it's 1.6 times 5.75. Oh, nope. 1.6 times 3.75. That's 6 to 1.
They're running out the drag strip.
Yes, they are.
I can hear them.
Yes, 3.7. Okay. Then transmission. I have the 21% overdrive already too, so I have to remember that. Which I'm having a hard time remembering off the top of my head the ratio. But I do
know a lot of math here tonight. Unsubscribe.
Right? Gives you a headache.
Yeah.
I think stock is a 30 tooth and a 23 tooth. Sound right? So, and I think it's a 23. So, yeah.
There you go.
You have to keep reading
I am.
while I do math.
I am. Is the VS410 portal kit in stock? They're speaking.
Yes, all of them are.
Talking amongst themselves.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
Yeah, huh? They talk amongst themselves all the time. They always have internal conversations.
Let's see.
I hope you have time for a test run. Yeah, no kidding.
The good news is that it's a VS4. This is a VS410. Like, I know how this truck drives for the most part. Now, the weight that it has and all that is one thing, but I'm not super concerned just because I know how the base of this truck drives. So it's a 26-23 with the overdrive. So
When running overdrive, do you do your math on the overdrive or the standard ratio?
I usually do it on the overdrive just because I'm kind of looking at the highest load on the motor, negating the effect of bind. But so I do the overdrive side, and that's where I shoot for my 40 to 50 to 1. So 26 divided by 23 is 1.13 to 1. And then inside the internal ratio is 2352. So 52 divided by 23 is 2.26 to 1. So adding those all together at the high overdrive side, or multiplying them together, 5.75 times 1.13 times 2.26 is, I write that down, 575 times 1.13. What?
Jason starts saying numbers randomly.
Only you giggled at that. Okay. And then I have to do my pinion spur. So if I stay with 56 and say do 15, 56 divided by 15, that's 3.73.
I do have it already figured out. Thank you. Now they're all asking questions. I'm like, I'm not interrupting this because I don't want.
You can ask questions.
I don't want you to have to sit through this again if you get confused.
Perfect.
Or
So
forget.
if I run 5615, that gives me a 54.8 to 1. So if I go to a 52 instead, so 5215, let's see what that is. 5215 is 3.46 to 1. So if I take 14.7 times 3.46 equal, 14.7 times 3.46 is 50 to 1, 50.8 to 1. So that's perfect. So we're going to run a 5215.
Did you know what's my favorite truck of Josh's? Whichever one sells for the most money is my favorite.
Okay. Now what did the comments say?
The answer is 42. Duh.
42 would. Is that the answer to the universe thing?
Yeah.
So we're
I
taking
love that movie.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, check gear ratio was on my list of things to do.
Whoop, whoop.
Boom.
Bust out that highlighter. Yes.
One thing off the list.
Yes. Are you going to add door bars and a dashboard?
A dash will go in. No plans for door bars.
Are the Curry VS410 D44 axles ever going to be available again, or have they been discontinued?
Yes, we will run those again at some point. They didn't sell very well in the first time, though, so like it's a really low priority, but we all like them, so we will run them again.
Yo. I knew Alex was going to say something about, or somebody was going to say something about, I like the book. Of course it was Alex.
Nerd.
I like fantasy movies, but not books. I usually read nonfiction books.
I gotta go see if I have a 52 tooth gear. Hold, please. I would like a math question when I return.
You can suck it. Sugi. So long and thanks for all the fish. I don't know what the BBC radio show is. Why is she yelling?
What?
Did you step on the fish?
Yes, I did.
God, I hate that thing. They don't even like it.
Okay. Got a 52 and a 15. So, don't worry, we're in luck.
Are the F9 portals on the Capra tab the same extended width that comes with the Capra, or are they the standard width for 1/10 trucks?
F9 portals. Those are Capra width. If they're labeled Capra, they are Capra width.
Duh, Dale.
Okay.
He's the one who likes, he's like you. And you just stare at everything and it's right in front of you. And you're like, where are the scissors? Where are the scissors at? Can you come in here and stop what you're doing and put your life on hold and tell me where the scissors are? That is.
Tell me what you were doing before.
Don't get that tone of voice with me.
What was I stopping you from doing? What would it have been?
Welcome back. Ask Josh how many turns has the motor, please.
13 turn.
Oh, they perform the book on the air as a radio. Oh, that sounds fantastic. The in-home hobby shop with those gears in stock.
Okay. And 15 tooth pinion.
I just watched Bridgerton for the first time. And I know it was like really cool like before and I just didn't.
What did you say to me when I walked in the house last night?
And you like, this is like softcore porn. It's awesome.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Did you think I wasn't going to say that?
I'm saying.
Be careful, Nicole will choose violence.
Yeah.
Will you just stop leaning back in your chairs? Why? Why?
It's probably either the sound or it's hard to hear.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, but you can get this much of me. Any more effort going into this whole thing is not happening from this one. Yes, I'm going to scale net.
It's way more expensive to bring her to things. I noticed that.
Well, maybe if we lived back in the Midwest and could drive everywhere, it wouldn't be.
I mean, that's partially true.
Yeah.
But I don't know that we'd be able to go to everything.
We always did.
That's not true.
Phoenix wants to get back to Rick and Morty, so he would like to know if we're done.
Are we done? Phoenix, it is 7:30.
Yeah, I second Bridgerton. Yeah, Matt Conley does. New season comes out at the end of the month. That's why I figured that I would watch it, see what it was all about, and I'm glad I did. Nicole's give effects are typically low when it comes to RC.
That is true. Except RC events. She does like RC events.
I love RC events. Yeah. I love Rick and Morty. I cannot get past the burping.
The burping is a little.
I can't watch it because of that.
It is a little much.
Oh my gosh.
Not as bad as the snorting on Peppa Pig, but.
Ugh, the snorting on Peppa Pig's the worst. Alex is going to a convention. Oh, just started watching Nicole equals tax deduction and write-off. Yeah, but we don't own the company, so. Oh, for this?
Oh, yeah. She's definitely a tax deduction. But let me tell you, I'm not in need of like an excessive amount of tax deductions as many people would think. Like it's not like I have a huge crazy amount of things I have to write off. I buy a lot of toys, but it pretty much covers what I need to write off.
What brand pinions do you prefer?
I mean, this is an incision pinion, so pretty standard 32 pitch pinion. So,
Oh, Matt's in the house, so that now this show might be watchable.
ooh, band.
Ouch. No, I don't care. Like, if people burp in real life, it's just that show that he's like constantly, like every other word, he's stopping and like you can't hold my attention that well anyway. Like, the constant burping is. We haven't gotten into Caillou yet.
I don't know what that is.
It's a kid show.
Oh, yeah. Are we just not? Is he not of that age yet?
I don't know. It's not as big. I think it's a PBS show. Then they have cable. I do want to watch that Seeing Red, though.
What's that all about?
The one where the kid, there's Tony Mazza,
What's going on?
stranger.
Why is this motor not? Oh, I wonder if these motor screws are touching the armature.
I don't know any of those words you just said.
It was. I need slightly shorter motor screws. Okay.
What craziness was happening out there?
You know, the huge.
Apparently, Dale does not like Caillou either.
I guess I just don't even. It's not even been one that I've heard of.
Yeah.
If it doesn't hit the meme side of the internet, I don't really see it.
Good morning. Good morning. Mike J would like to know where you can watch Gundam. Gundam style.
No, it's like model. It's like robot modeling stuff, which I don't know. I would guess on YouTube. Where did that just come from?
Obviously out of that motor.
No,
Whatever.
not possible.
How would it not have?
Oh, there it is. Backside of the.
Yeah, my mom said that. I always thought that we were too old for Barney, but then my mom said we just didn't watch it because she didn't like it.
Yeah, she's just like, nope, it's not on.
Yeah.
You're like, I think that was a generation after me. Like, she's like, nah, just. What I did drop was something different. Dropped my motor washer.
What is it again? What is Gundam again?
It's like modeling of some sort. Like
Robot battle suits?
yeah, they're very, it's like weird stuff.
Robotech. Alex says I can explain it later.
Of course. I can Google it for you and show you a photo.
Yeah.
So you can go, okay. I'll find it later. I think I have more.
Oh, Phoenix is laying the law down tonight.
Oh yeah?
Keep the F-bombs to a minimum. And then he said in the chat.
Not you, Nicole. Sorry.
Obviously. No, Robotech is not Gundam. Robotech is the US version of Macross. I literally have no idea.
I don't even know what these. I know what gun.
Did you see the movie Pacific Rim? No.
No.
Oh, Alex is getting fired up.
Listen.
What kind of convention are you going to? Oh, Mike J owns the complete Robotech series on DVD. Um, Funimation?
I'm sure that all of these are
I
things,
can't.
but I definitely
Yeah.
don't know them either. Okay.
What color is Matt having his stuff?
Painted?
Yeah,
Powder?
powder coated.
I shouldn't spoil it.
Somebody
It's a
said they
big
saw
thing for
green
Matt.
sneak peek on Instagram.
Oh, okay. Well then, yes, I do think that it is
It's
green.
to an anime convention. Huh. The joy of Jeffing. Good evening, cool kids.
You remember Jeff? He was in. Jeff lives in Arkansas. You met him a number of times at Crawlpalooza,
Thank you, Gunner. Yes, where I'm so
but
lost as well.
you wouldn't. There's so many people, but yes.
What I'm talking about.
What's up? Oh, I know that.
They're talking about all this stuff that I have no idea.
But I was saying Joy of Jeffing. You've met.
Oh, I just didn't know the name.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, anime. Oh, yeah, I can't. The anime stuff makes me want to have a seizure.
I don't know that I've ever watched anime either, but I do enjoy the cosplay.
You're an idiot.
Okay, gearing is adjusted. Motor is installed. I can solder it in the chassis, so I'm not
I mean, it
concerned
has
about
to be good. People get like into it, like the anime. Like it obviously has some sort of something to it. It's just not.
Oh, I'm not saying it's not good.
Just I'm not.
I just have never literally watched it.
Yeah, I'm not cut out for watching it.
Surprised you. Where did you even try watching it? I've just never tried.
I mean, you should try everything.
I know, but like, I don't even know where you seek out anime.
See, this is why I'm not nerdy enough. I don't do anime models, make my own meat, or play table games with Warhammer. I just play with tiny trucks.
Warhammer's a game?
Phoenix just said, "Was anyone creeped out by Sailor Moon?" And I had when I was skinny back in the day, I had some girl staring at me, and I was like, "What?" And she was like,
What is Sailor Moon?
"You look like Sailor Moon." And I was like, "I don't know who that is." Well, let me tell you. Yeah, that's what he was talking about, Dale.
What? Cosplay stuff?
Yeah. The fine line between cosplay and porn. Ooh, Adam just had rhubarb mead. That sounds amazing.
You say meat?
Mead.
Oh, mead. Right. Looking promising over here.
Rick Hayes, thank you for the $2. Motor suggestions for a Gatekeeper Builder's Kit. And Alex going to party with those fine line girls tomorrow.
Builder's kit. I mean, if you want to go brushless, that's one thing. I like Mamba X's and 2700 kV Polar Pro. The Enduro can sometimes have some gear clickage issues if you run too much power, though. So you can always run like I ran a Fusion in my Gatekeeper, which was a nice little setup. Smooth, not too much speed, though.
Oh, my dad was there today. Jeff?
Where?
World of Wheels, Bartle Hall.
Oh, I didn't know World of Wheels was going on.
Have you had an experience with the Traxxas Summit LT?
Nope, never owned one of those.
Sweet. Airbrush came in today, so I can take my RC body game to the next level. Yeah, Dad and Tony went. And Emmett apparently was in the car and not happy that he didn't get to go.
Oh, he just got to go for the drop off.
Yeah, because he was getting picked up. So I went to the Good Guys show in Dallas last week. Fun. Danny. You know?
Okay.
I know. Animatronic RC cars. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, he like animates them.
That's
you know, like they do things. They are cool looking. They don't.
Sometimes it's about the art, not the performance, Josh.
I know. I just don't.
God, you're the worst.
I know. I just can't get. I don't get it.
High art RC.
Yeah.
I like it.
I know. Okay.
Yeah, you're welcome, Matt. I agree.
What Matt's saying.
Thank you.
He wasn't talking about your stuff, Matt.
Yes, it was. What compound are your BFGs?
G8. I pretty much always run G8. So I've got the tiniest of rubbing on the pinion to not to anything specific, but to the 3D printed lower portion of my motor. But it's so fine that I'm positive that once it gets running, I can just hold the throttle for a second and it'll smooth out. So it's just PLA. We're good. We're good.
What's cheaper, VS410 kit or VS410 one piece at a time?
A kit by a long ways. Long ways. You will spend much more if you one piece at a time, almost anything.
Tom Wade, thank you for the $5. Finally watched Flying Cars. I want to be a big jumper, but I can't risk my marriage.
Can we watch that again tonight?
No.
We can eat Girl Scout cookies and watch that?
I mean, always.
See? Now you're in.
Oh, have you checked off enough on your list?
Let me go back. Back to the list. Class 1 is specifically.
So bad. So bad.
So shit, we really haven't checked anything. Check gear ratios.
Wednesday, the trucks start arriving. 300 yards of dirt and rocks. Thinks that's enough to build a crawler course.
300 yards?
Is that enough for...
That's a lot. That's a lot. Okay. Oof. Electronics. Install motor. Consider installed. Boom.
Will the Vanquish VFD twin be sold separately?
Yeah, probably. It didn't go up today, so probably Monday.
I'm willing to risk my marriage for a high jump.
Okay. So, we're looking good there. I've got this thing torn down enough. I didn't countersink my side panels yet, so I need to do that so I can get those affixed permanently. The problem is that I have to drop everything so I can drop these sliders down so I can access these side holes. That's why it's such a pain in the ass. But do that and get those put on there.
He said it's all for free, and it's mainly to level out the property, but the wife gave me all clear to build a course with some of it.
300. Make sure you don't cause a drainage issue and force runoff towards your house. 300 yards of dirt, you could really change the drainage characteristics of your property. So just saying, keep that in mind. Keep it sloping away from the foundation. Okay. Do I want to do anything else on this tonight before I go to the class 2 instead?
Oh, we're not done.
No, it's only 7:56.
It's 8 o'clock. We've been doing this for 2 hours.
We always go till 9.
That's not true. That's not a thing.
Every damn night.
That's not a thing.
Let's see. There's a lot of design stuff, tire foams. I made a phone call. We got that taken care of. So,
But yes, I do have my shoes on, which no, normally I don't.
yeah, that is odd for you. Oh, but you left the house today.
Well, yeah, I know. I put them on to go out to the mailbox, but then I saw a neighbor coming, so I shut the door.
Like, oh, there's people outside.
Yeah.
You're the worst. You always yell at me for not wanting to be neighborly.
I mean, like, I'll wave at him, but like, I'm not
I don't want to talk to him.
Yeah.
I don't really want to know. I don't want to know about anything. I don't want to. Do you know anybody's name? I know the child's name next door.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all and that's just because they yell at her.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I know it. Everyone else, I have no idea. I don't know a last name. I don't know a first name.
Which is bizarre.
I'm happy. That's an accomplishment.
No, we were like best friends with our old neighbor.
I don't need any more friends. It's, I hate going outdoors. It's too people-y.
She was in like in a motorized wheelchair, and I was like,
You just knew it was going to be more of a conversation.
yeah. Then I had time for it, and I just
Like because she was already sitting down and comfortable.
right, and I'm like,
And I just have to sit there and stand.
I have things to do.
Oh,
I wish we could come to the big meat run in Disney, Oklahoma.
oh, Big Meats Run is so much. That is a redneck amazing time. What?
My neighbor's name is Rich. He has a wife, and they have a girlfriend. Yes.
Do they own tigers? Because that's sometimes everyone who owns tigers has girlfriends
Or multiple husbands.
or multiple husbands, one or the other.
We have lived here, in this house.
3 years? 2 years?
I have no idea.
2 years and change?
Time is not a thing for me.
Time is
Like, I don't know.
it's a little over 2.5 right now.
Okay. Gunnar, thank you for the $2. Here's to take the rest of the night off.
It takes almost nothing for her to be like, deal. Let's see.
No tigers, but their kids' hair are all dyed weird colors.
Almost the
You
same.
must be from the Midwest, because
He is.
okay.
Yeah.
Because that's only a weird thing out there. Like here, it's like
That's just the norm.
that's just Braxton expressing his inner whatever.
Yeah, exactly. That is very true and a very actual response that you would hear.
Yeah.
Braxton and Nevaeh.
What was one of the different things for me is that you'll see all of these like moms and dads like pushing their kids around in strollers, and they're just like full sleeve tattoo, which is fine. It doesn't bother me or feel like but like it's just not something that you're used to seeing.
Not in the Midwest.
Right. And I'm like,
Yep.
get it. I like it.
So this truck torn. God, I tear this truck down a lot. I think this is the last time.
Okay.
Now I have to paint the interior panels. Rear, but I'm just saying, like, these are like things that have to. These are plenty of things that I have to do beforehand. Oh, I can take off this. This one says weld interior mount. I'm not going to do that anymore, so I'm going to cross that off the list.
Oh, no highlighter on that.
We're not going to weld, and that's because I'm switching trucks. You ready?
No, I'm done.
If you're done, that's fine. But
Oh, it is. Our video's frozen, so.
not on our side. That'd just be on somebody else's. Oh wait, a couple of people said it. It's not us though.
Quality went. It's YouTube.
That's YouTube.
YouTube would like us to go away.
Yeah, no, it's fine on our side. And so that was just a YouTube freak for a minute. Sometimes they do that, especially on the weekends. But have you seen my new addition back here?
Is that how it's gonna look at the end?
There's a dash that goes in here.
But like the body?
Yes. It's carbon fiber.
Oh, you're not gonna put stickers on it?
Probably not. It's carbon fiber.
Okay.
Carbon fiber's cool.
It's not real carbon fiber.
That's real carbon fiber.
Oh, I thought it was just like a.
Oh, I got it from the Philippines.
So it's not real carbon fiber.
It is.
Okay.
I'm just saying. They make things out of carbon fiber. I'm just saying, like, that's where But this is going to be what I'll have a simple roll bar back here, and then this is what's going to hold the body hinge set that I make.
I think you should like put some stickers or something on it.
It doesn't need stickers. Anyone who thinks it needs stickers has terrible taste and don't appreciate carbon fiber.
I mean, not that much carbon fiber. You're right.
Carbon fiber
But
is...
don't they make like Corvettes out of carbon fiber? They don't have to look like they're made out of carbon fiber.
And a Ferrari F40 was painted very thin so you could still see the carbon fiber.
You do that then.
No. The FXX, I think, was actually still raw, which was like the high-end Enzo. Just saying.
I need to go take letters out.
Letters? Oh, you need to go out to the mailbox? You think people will actually be gone by now? Will Vanquish ever do those wheels in pink? No, probably won't do the pink thing again because it was an absolute nightmare to do. Stickers are better than carbon fiber. Absolutely, said nobody ever. I actually don't even like stickers in general that often. Like, if I get stickers, like I will put stickers on my toolbox, but only if they're only black and white. I don't add color stickers to my toolboxes. I have some here next to me, and then I also have one at work, but only if they're pure black and white. Like regular stickers, not a fan. Not a fan at all. And we lost Nicole, exactly. So this is my new interior cover. It's got a titanium piece right here. You see it? Right here. And then the interior cover mounts to that. Now, this is welded to the slider base now. And then this right now just slides on this. See how it goes? It can go up and down and it's loose. So the interior parts will all mount to this. And then there will be a piece that holds this in place, but nice and low. And then you can take that piece off and then pull this up so that you can access the battery that sits right there. But that way it keeps the interior super low, but I still have battery access. That's why. Josh, what do you do at Vanquish? Seems like a cool job to have. It is a cool job to have, and I do a lot of things. Is there a cancer sticker in your toolbox? I gave you the black and white ones. Yes, there is. It is on. I can touch it right here. I can't show I can't show it with the camera, but it's almost the only one you could see. It's right below my Ridge Wallet one, and then there's a Crawler Colt. There's a Robo Litter Box one because it was black and white. I have an Office sticker, a Proline, a Tekin, a Castle, Max Amps, a Cross Wrench I think came from Matt. A Prusa one. So yeah. What size batteries will be in the class 1 and 2? So I can fit up to a 1300 milliamp in this truck, but I'm going to be running 850s. Put a printed shifter on the top of exposed transmission, easy scale point. I have the VFD actually comes with a shifter. So I've got that. So that's what I'm going to put on here. So I'll just take this off and then it'll just screw back on. So super easy. I feel like you need to be fancier. Yeah. What was the name of the place to get that body? I don't remember because I found the guy I'm in a group on Facebook for carbon fiber fabricators, and he posted up. It's mostly full-size car stuff. And he's like, here's some RC bodies that I make. And I was just like, he only made them for himself at the time. He made 2. And I was just like, hey, I contacted him. I was like, can I buy one of those? He was like, sure. I brought it in and posted some pictures, but now you can buy them in the States from shoot, Corrupt Carbon Works. And I actually bought 3 more bodies last night. Let me see if I can find the photos. Inbox. So I got a carbon fiber power wagon. Another cliffhanger. And where's the other one? I don't have a close up of the other one, I guess. But it is a VW. So, yes. Oops. The saddlebags on my KZ1000 police special were sticker they don't have any more in stock. I got you. You need to send all the mods going to Nats, though. No. Did anyone notice that he said he said that quietly? You look around like you aren't live right now. That power wagon. Damn. Yes. Thank you for answering our questions. Don't forget dibs on class 1. I'm just saying. Bug or brat? They did have the brat as well, but I'm not a big fan of the brat, so I'm getting the bug. You didn't get the brat? No, I just don't like the brat. I'm just not a fan. I think it's kind of I didn't like the real ones, and I don't like that one. How do you use your receivers in a waterproof box like Traxxas, or do you just use them as they are? I just use them like they are. I don't really like waterproofing is something I rarely care about. So it's not something I really worry about. I usually put them in a place like if I splash down in something, but I can't tell you the last time that I had an actual issue with something water. If I've ever been in a situation where I knew I was going to get something wet, like I'll take and I'll squirt like dielectric type grease, or like I've traveled and all of a sudden it's rained at a place that we're going to be competing. So I'll go to the auto parts store and get like the bulb grease and just squirt it in my receiver. And most of my ESCs are normally waterproof, so it's usually been fine. Yeah, the price on the bug. I mean, the price on all of them is fairly expensive. The bug would look awesome on the Scale Metal Supplies rail for the bug. Yeah, I think I'm going to build chassis for all of them. That's going to be the idea that they go, or that I go with on them. Let's see. Throw the bug on an NWSD Derringer chassis. That's a possibility. I think what I'm going to... There's a photo of a bug that I think I have saved on my phone. Let me see. Under... yes, I do. It is this one, and I think that I want to build it similar to how this guy did. And I don't remember where I saw it, but short wheelbase, simple cage that sticks out the back, little internal cage. And this one was a super simple build. I'm sure that I'll overcomplicate it much further, but dirt simple. I'll probably do CMS and blah, 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 but that's the idea. So, what about a carbon fiber Lloyd? If anybody did that, I can't imagine wasting the carbon fiber. Have you done a trail comp? We had teams of 3, gate 50, deducts 1 point. Yeah, that's how some events used to be that way. I did a few that way. Actually, I mean, in those type of things, normally it was fairly competitive at doing them, but it was usually because people that were at those events weren't normally all that used to competing. So it was a little bit more, I'd find someone who was also super competitive. And honestly, the most fun trail comp style like that I ever did were in Kansas City at a place that we called Goat Hill. And Jerry Justice ran or helped run Goat Hill for the most part. But we had just the best time. And I remember one of my favorite events there ever was a team challenge, and it was timed. We had a loop. I believe that there was penalties for rollovers or gates. And I was running with my buddy Paul. And I remember we absolutely, I was just, I remember yelling at him so much to keep going, keep going, keep going. And I remember we won that event, and I had so much fun doing it. And Goat Hill is such a cool place. If you live or want to travel to the KC area, watch the KC area crawlers videos or Facebook page to see for events. If you ever get to go to Goat Hill, honestly, it's one of my favorite places. Like, I wish I owned it. Will it be titanium? I think so. Will you continue to use titanium moving forward for projects? I think so, Ben. I really enjoy working with it. I'm looking forward. I think that I'm going to buy a new welder this month. Or maybe not this month, probably next month. Like after Scale Nationals, I'll pull the trigger. I want to buy a new TIG welder and kind of push some of my, abilities. I'm not saying that the equipment is holding me back, but there's things that I think I could improve on if I had certain control. But so there's certain things there. But yeah, I think that I'm going to keep pushing some titanium. I'm going to do some stuff not for titanium, like regular. Now that I'm kind of back to focusing on fabrication, especially, I want to push out some of those videos that I've been wanting to do with like fabricating some stuff based off of as few or as cheapest tools possible. So I'll go to Home Depot and I'll buy what I can. I'll go to Harbor Freight and buy what I need there, and then do it all. And then I'll find somebody. Maybe I'll find somebody local that needs tools. So Moose Jaw, I thought you liked the Lloyd. I do. Many do not. Josh, how do you afford these? I can't even buy a freaking charger. I mean, I know what you mean. When I started in RC, like I was scratching. I remember making the first servo mount for the first RC car that I bought used. I bought a TXT1 used off of eBay, which was basically all I could get at the time afford. And I had got a basic nickel metal battery, which was like 2,000 milliamps. And I remember like wanting to make it better, but I had zero money. I was in college, zero money. I made a servo mount out of a metal light switch cover that I bought at Walmart for like 59 cents. But I just made everything that I could. But I think that was also what pushed me to keep trying to make my own stuff as much as possible. Because like there was no way that I was going to go buy a $79 chassis or $100 chassis. Like I couldn't do it. But now after college, I went to school for engineering, so I got a pretty good job, and I kept pushing on that, and have pushed myself, and I've collected a lot of tools. Collecting tools is a thing that I push anybody to do, especially if you have the space. I didn't have the space for a long time, and I got the space, then I didn't have it again, then I got a little bit now. But what welders am I looking at? Right now I'm looking, the two welders that I'm kind of deciding between is the Everlast 210 TIG ACDC. The other one is the AHP 203 XI or something like that, ACDC TIG. So I do like I really like the AHP, actually. It's got a lot of bang for the buck. And I'm just a hobbyist. Like, I'm just making this stuff every once in a while after work. It's about $1,000, so it's a lot cheaper than, if I went with the Everlast, it's going to be about $2,000. So, titanium is tricky. Aluminum is to like an Oreo cookie, harder outer layer, soft inner. Yeah, I am going to do AC/DC TIG, which right now mine's only DC. So I'll have the ability to try aluminum, but honestly, I love working with the titanium. For our stuff, I think that titanium is much, much better than aluminum. What's easier, brazing or TIG? They're very similar. Brazing is probably a little easier, but yeah. I'll bring my welder for you after Nats. Oh, Gunner, yeah, I do want to try that that one as well. I do like that both of these have all digital controls. I have 225XI, Kyle Roberts. Yes, that is the AHP. The AHP is not available, so that's one of the bummers. I don't know. I'm all over, but I'm gonna decide and pick it up after. How heavy is your C1 build now? I don't know because it's halfway apart. It's mostly apart. Before the motor, it was just under 5 pounds. Tools, one of my passions for sure. Yeah, Ben, it's like, man, tools are just the thing, man. Like, there's you change hobbies, whatever. So if you're still building, like your tools are still a thing. It's like there's always a tool. Like it's just collecting tools is it's one of those things. It's like there's never a time, almost never a time where I've bought tools and been like, check out the HTP or Miller Lincoln is okay too. Miller Lincoln, it's like to get what I want is going to be $6,000, yeah. So it's like, I'm not, for what I'm doing, hobbyist stuff, I don't want to spend $6,000. Like I just can't do it. Like I can't justify it. That's the big thing. So have you seen the TIG from Eastwood? I have seen the TIG from Eastwood. I've thought about it, but it's comparing it against some of the other stuff. Yeah. I was looking at Everlast and HP, also Prime Weld. Prime Weld is what Gunner has. That's the one that he's going to bring so I can try. The only thing I didn't like about the Prime Weld was that it's all analog versus the digital control on the other ones. What's good size welding bench for our hobby? Dude, honestly, just whatever you can fit. Anything is the big as a truck. Like you can make that work. Like, but this one, welding size, like honestly, I've got a big 4 foot by 4 foot welding table, but it's covered in shit and I work with a tiny little area. So that's another thing. After Nats, my fab table is getting completely overhauled. Both are excellent options, both owned by the same company. Everlast EXT line is a little better than the AHP main line of welders. Interesting. Fabrication series on YouTube. I feel, I don't know. Like a little bit of fab stuff I could do. Beyond that though, I don't feel like my real fab skills are to the point where I should be teaching people on YouTube. Like this stuff, okay, I'm confident enough. But like you start going too much, like unless it's just strictly some of this, I'm pretty leery about trying to say I should be teaching anybody anything. Millie Multimatic 220 last welder you'll buy. I know, but it's like I don't know. For what it is, even if you sell 6,000 worth of trucks, yeah, no. I'm not like if it was the only welder that was going to do what I wanted, and it was 6,000. Like I would do it, but like I don't feel like what I need, the value would come out of that. So, yeah, I just don't think that it's going to be. So I really think that I'm going to end up with either the, I think that I'm going to end up somewhere between the Everlast and the I bought the Everlast because it was all analog. See, Gunner, or you bought the other one because it was all analog. This is where we differ. I want that digital. Miller sponsored another YouTuber. Oh, I'm sure that Miller sponsors people, but they probably sponsor people that are qualified welders. Like, that's the difference. So, yeah, that's the big thing. Oh, what did Matt say that I didn't respond to? If you do a front and rear metal bumper, do you get? Oh, yes, you do get 6 points, Matt. I meant check them out. Oh, I didn't see what channel you said. The MM220, the Miller Multimatic, is point and click. Oh, I'm aware. I've used Miller machines in the past. It's just not what I'm not gonna spend that much. I've owned both the 2016 AHP 200 and the 220 Everlast 2025 EXT. Everlast definitely feels a little more refined, but that said, my AHP gives 0 issues in 4 years until I put it on the shelf. Now the AHP, if you've had yours that long, then it was the previous version too. Now, the new version looks decently better. Sounds like a work expense. Believe it or not, I've got welders at work. So, and those welders probably stay at work. These welders will be at home. I need these welders for home. I need is a strong word. It's one I throw around a lot around here, but you know, it's yeah. So either way, I've got some things there. That's the TIG is something that I'm gonna decide on shortly after nationals. Excuse me, if not before, and then have it like if I do the AHP, it's out of stock right now. But so then I could get it after nationals. But it's just like anything else. I definitely want to get a bunch of stuff done for my fab area here. And I need to get some serious organization. I've got that 4 foot by 4 foot fab table, and underneath is completely open and empty. And I've got everything piled on top. So I'm going to build a bunch of storage underneath of it so that I can have things have a spot to go so they can get out of my freaking way. That is the biggest thing. So it'll be a lot of building with angle iron and 1-inch square tube. 1-inch square tube is like the best material. I'll probably bring my MIG welder home so that I can knock out some of that stuff, because a MIG makes that stuff so much easier than just trying to TIG weld everything. I don't need another TIG or an engine driven welder, but I got them. Yeah. I remember Gunner sent me a picture one day. I'm like, your trailer or your welder has a trailer, but you know, that's what I need. So that would keep the neighbors away. Did Vanquish design the Phoenix interior for the Tamiya 4x4 driver figure? It's a perfect fit. Kind of, yes. The Vanquish Phoenix interior was designed based off of the Origin half cab and standard interior, which we worked with Knight Customs on, and he did design that specifically for the Tamiya driver figure because he likes that one especially. So yes, technically we did. When Josh sees screens, shiny screens, headlights, what? I don't need any money. Yeah. That is one of the things. A lot of this stuff I will build and then I sell it so that I can buy more tools. I buy a lot of tools with the things that I sell from RC. You know, I'm not apologizing by any means. So, but yeah, my interior plan, being able to just fold it up like that, up out of the way, so nice. I mean, it's still going to be tight, but it'll have battery access. Looking at my class 2 checklist, I have to print seats. I have to build a dash for this still. Weld rear bumper mount. Oh, I've got these mounts on here. See? The bumper goes through this bottom one. This top one is going to be what will hold the hinge setup, which these here, they're tabbed together, but they will break apart, and they will become the hinge setup. Actually, it goes this way. And then there will be something that bolts through these and then goes up and attaches to this inside, so that this will then be able to hinge upward, and it will be a nice rigid body mat. I designed this with an undercut here so that the body, rotating about this rotation point, will be able to rotate underneath of it to about 90 degrees. So yeah, that is the plan. Where did you get the new carbon fiber bodies? I got them from somebody in the Philippines who makes them, and I cannot remember his name. Even if I did, it would be very hard for me to be able to type or pronounce accurately enough. What wheels go with spider rings? That's a you question. That's a question you have to answer for yourself. The updates in the AHP are nice, but I believe it's missing some options on the AC side that the EXT line has. Oh, I definitely could see that, especially for the cost. Is the squatted truck still on the shelf? Nope, the squatted truck is gone. I do not own that truck anymore. I traded it for a blanket. True story. But honestly, you can't go wrong with either. I run a handful of brands models, and AHP/Everlast and also HTP fight well above their price tag. That's what I keep hearing. So if I decide I want to spend more, then I'm going to go with the Everlast. If I don't feel comfortable spending twice as much, then I'm going to go with the AHP. Why couldn't you do that with the Phoenix so the body could flip all the way up? It was a number of things with height restrictions and proportions and working with a chassis and inner fenders and all of those things. That's why we made it easily removable. You pull one body clip, pull the pin out, and the whole thing comes off. So that was how that was. Don't breathe in that carbon fiber dust. If you're grinding it, yes. I don't plan to grind it, but I work with carbon fiber a lot. So especially on the CNC and things like that, I wear a respirator. It's pretty easy. Speaking of selling things, that sheriff rig looks lonely. I know, I need to sell that. There's a guy locally who wants it. I haven't finished it. I'm either going to sell it to him like it sits, or I'll sell it to somebody else because I don't have time to finish it. So, but that is the plan. Oops. I bought my prime weld for $8.25, which is a pretty good deal. But carbon fiber ripper ETA, never, ever, or ever, never. Whatever way you want to put those, but both in the same sentence and right next to each other. Are the Vanquish beadlocks the same as the plastic beadlocks on the Phoenix? No. Josh, whatever happened to the 50K truck? The winner of that is a guy from Las Vegas. Toxic Crawlers. But still has to have it. Josh, how's the Jeep coming? Coming. We worked on it tonight. It's in this vise. The fender thing that we worked on. So much to do. More than 1 hour of the what? More than 1 hour of the video. It's more than 2.5 hours of this video. If you weren't aware, it started at 6 p.m. Wow, Chief. Is RC 4-wheel drive Keith warm in the blanket? Nicole is done for the night. She was here for the first 2 hours. But SCX 3000 to go with the TRX 4000? Nope, I will not be doing that to a SCX. I don't know that it would take it the same. So when is the all carbon fiber dancing rider coming? Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, I was going through the things on my list to see if there's anything else I could quickly cross off tonight. Get done. Design the rear hinge was the other thing I talked about. Additional cross brace. Oh, that I want to put another one in there. I've got a temporary orange one in there, but I need to decide what I'm going to do back there for the final version still. Oh, I do have, this has stainless links on it right now, and I am going to replace these with titanium. I do have those. So that I could probably get done tonight, maybe off stream. I got a titanium roof rack made for it out of some very thin titanium that will get attached. And let's see. Now I've got to build the rear knuckles and stuff for the C3 version, but I'm waiting on something to come back from heat treating for it. I need to go to the hobby shop and get servo extension and a power wire JST so that I can wire that in so it's ready for class 3. Front body mount, I still have to design completely. I have no idea. Inner fenders, that is something I will design and maybe cut out of carbon. Maybe I'll cut some inner fenders out of carbon fiber for this. Why not? I don't know. We'll see. Wheel and tire choices. I got to put together a couple more sets of wheels and tires to take with me, just with different options. These are the J Concepts landmines. I'll probably put together a set of Hyraxes, and then I need to decide on what the third set of wheels and tires will be. Machine the weights. Oh, I'm going to machine my brake weights down to fit a 350 hub. Swap that out. Trim the body. I'll get to that later. Questioning putting a windshield in this. That is a very low priority. Install winch. I need to get the winch back installed. There's a lot left to do. Hook up a servo to lift the body. Yeah, why not? Be extra. When's the auction? I want the toy boat. Oh my God, I need to do that too. I'm late to the party, was running out of RC cars. I have the Chrome Dancer riding body. Nice. In a carbon dancer. I need a roof rack for my Gladiator. This roof rack is, well, for one, it's a scale point. For two, it's titanium, which why not? I did it specifically though, because oftentimes in comp crawling like this, you add winch points so that you can run your winch line up and then around a pendulum point so that you can winch the truck in interesting ways, you know? So you run this and then you run it up and you can kind of pendulum winch, we call it, and a lot of times, the truck around. But I don't want to just put something through this body. I don't feel like it would be strong enough, or, you know, it would risk damaging, cracking, popping the carbons. So I've got this, which I can then attach in multiple places, make sure that it's nice. I also have a backer in case that I want to add even more strength. And then I can put the winch points in, you know, above that. So it'll make everything super strong. And, you know, it's just something a little bit more, I don't know, because. Will you vacuum form the windows to do one piece to slide in? Probably not, because it would take a lot to get the mold for everything done perfectly. And to do that well, I would need to polish the molds out, which I don't have time for that right now. Honestly, if I was going, I should just cut up this body and use that windshield. I bet that would work. I'll cut up this one. I was using this when I was setting up the internal cage. I actually put the cage pieces inside this with a little bit of aluminum to back it, and then I just welded right inside of this body. So it's not like I really care about it anyway. I ran it for one event, but I'll sacrifice it for the windshield alone. But you only run crawlers. I know, but like if I'm trying to be Yes, glass. Josh, do you know of there is any clear filament for 3D printers like light buckets? There is. Technically, that's what I printed my molds out of for tonight. This is technically clear 3D printer filament. This is PETG, but I printed this with 2 millimeter thick solid walls and high infill. So it is not very clear at all. But if you printed it thin, it would work. Like, that's really, I wonder if I can go to the other camera. So like you can see how transparent that is just by me putting the light over it. So if you printed much thinner, like I said, this is very thick because it's a mold piece. It would work out quite a bit better. Quite a bit better. Ooh, it just jumped. You need a cutter. What is a cutter? Oh, you mean the figure from RC4 Drive? Is that what you mean? Winching from the roof is scale? I mean, sure, it can be. Like, I've seen in full size where people winch off of the cage in ways. So, and it doesn't, honestly, what we do with scale trucks isn't scale anyway, even when you're driving scale. So it's competition. My first RC is TRX4 because Traxxas seemed very straightforward to start with. If I want to upgrade the steering servo, I'll need a BEC. Do other brands have to do that too? Yeah, depending on what the stock servo has for an internal BEC, yes, it depends. Or you can run a direct power servo. Why is it okay to comp with a winch but not a dig? I can winch anywhere I want to go. At least with dig, you still have to drive. Agreed. You can comp with dig, but only in class 3. Yeah. They feel like when you winch, it's a penalty. In class 3, when you dig, it is not a penalty, and it's just part of the driving. So it's like a, yeah. So you only like stickers if they're metal and screw on. Yes. Sure. And functional. Should have made out of a half of a Ridge wallet. Ooh, I did get new. Well, I showed you my new Ridge wallet pen, which is just, one of the bolt action pens. Like a number of people make those pens. But I also got their new key case. And it's the forged carbon ember version. So it's got little bits of like metallic orangish flake in it. And it's your, holds your key, some of your keys. Like the keys that I need. Pretty nice. I got the matching. I haven't switched over to it yet, but I got the matching Ridge forged ember wallet. I'm excited. I will carry the regular forged carbon right now, but go to this video not brought to you by the Ridge. But sorry, not sorry. Okay. Let's see. You should name the build the Ridge. Found out tonight that the dig servo on my Gladiator was bad from the factory. Yeah, I've seen that. Those little servos can be that way. Josh, I saw Matt's class 2 will have 4-wheel steer, but he mentioned locking it out. Does that mean unplugging the servo or pulling a panhard bar in? I don't know which method he's going to use to lock it out. I'm going to take I think both of us, unless he changed his plan, I am going to be running this in class 3 as well. But I'll be running the regular F10 portal for class 2. And then I'm switching the rear axle for class 3 day. So for class 3 day, I built myself a custom axle. This uses a centered rear portion with the steering outers that I modified and screwed on and then made this truss. But this will be done, complete, knuckles, the whole wheel, everything all the way outside. So after class 2, which is on Saturday, I'll take this axle off and I'll install this axle in place. That way, rather than locking it out, then I would have the weight that I would have back there all the time and everything else. Like, I'm not interested in carrying around the weight penalty for class 2 day, which is very competitive. So it's super simple to swap an axle. So that's the route I'm going. Not that Jeep key. Now, I don't attach my Jeep keys to my other keys. And so my Jeep key and my Ridge keys. Yeah. Hint, hint, Ridge wallets. Wow, a compact way to misplace my keys. Now I don't misplace my keys. Have you ever put 2 size tires on a 1/10 scale crawler? And if so, to what lengths do you go to make them fit properly? I mean, when we used to compete, 12.5 inches was still the size, so we'd run 2.2s. But would I ever put 2.2s on a truck like this? No, I don't. I don't think that they look, I don't like that big tire look. You know, a lot of people like want to raise their truck and put big tires, and I don't like that look. You know, I want it as low as possible. And then tire size, I usually 475 is what I usually run, and I like that height. I don't really want for more tire height. Got to pay for that welder somehow, right? I'm still old school with my leather bifold. I'm a front wall. I used to be leather bifold guy, and then I got in a motorcycle accident, and my back was hurting a lot. So I went to a front pocket wallet, and as I healed, everything was feeling better anyway. But honestly, minimalist front pocket stuff, way better. How many bills can that willet hold? My current money clip can hold 30. Gunner, for one, I don't carry that much cash. And I don't think that it would hold 30 bills. Maybe, but I doubt it. But it's not honestly a big issue for me. I don't carry that much cash. I bet even the cash that I had cash in there today, but I used it and then I didn't put it back in. There. All of my cash is back in my wallet, which is probably like $17. I grinded down the flip out button on my Gladiator key. That's a good idea, because that part of it is freaking annoying. It always flips out. I'm like, I've never used the key part of this. Like, I always open it and it's... I suppose I could just grind it down. It's not needed. Wait, you carry cash? Oh my God, do you not have a life? Let's see. Wait, you carry cash? All right. Nicole still work for Fast Eddie? Nope. She not for the most part. Not unless there's like a bunch of, if she is needed, she would go over, but for the most part, she doesn't. She just. What are your favorite wheels to run on the F10s? I just built a set for my comp truck, but current wheels ended up being a tad wider than before. I mean, I've got a lot of things. These are Method 101s. I've got Method 105s on my actual Phoenix. My comp carbon fiber one, I've got, where's it at? Maybe it's at work. I don't know where it's at. I think I have tanks on that one. So yeah, I always have cash. VP credit card bottle opener. What? VP credit card? Interesting. I always have $6. I stop in and grab coffee most mornings at this little like Russian mom and pop coffee shop. because it's like $1.75 for coffee. So that's why I always use cash, because I always just want to give them cash. Not because they ask for it, but I just feel like just in case they want the cash instead. If I can get away with $1.75 coffee versus $4.75, I'm down. I only asked about the tires since I'm looking for some advice on that. I managed to get a set of super swampers on mine, but now have torque twist problem coming from the transmission. That wouldn't be from the transmission unless you've got something rubbing. That would just be a gear ratio thing or suspension setup. Your suspension could be too soft. It could be too tall. Yeah, that's not really... I mean, it could be the transmission, kind of, like depending if your gear ratios are bad, but it's not like just because of the transmission, usually. Josh, the F9s, does that come with everything or do I purchase it? Oh, the F10s. The F10 axle kits are complete from hex to hex, wheel nut to wheel nut. It's all the bearings, the stub shafts, the axle shafts, the gears, everything. You need your own grease, but Loctite, I guess. Now, it doesn't come with links, so depending on what you're planning to do for links, you will need that. Yeah. Did you say tank? Hashtag monthly mayhem fastest RC tank. I mean the tank beadlock design. This is the KMC tank wheel. Those are the red versions. I put orange on my carnivore there. 8:48. We're gonna answer questions for 12 minutes, and then we're done. $230 per axle. $230 would be for both front and rear axles. It's like $109 for the rear and $119 for the front, or something like that. Oh, Capra F9s. Capra F9s, you basically need. It's just an upgraded housing. So, it's the housing, and then the front comes with universal shafts because it's offset, but everything else you'll have to transplant. The key flip is a fidget device. Kind of. It's not real fidgety because it's got a spring in there to keep it in one place so it doesn't just keep rotating. Oh, or do you mean on my Jeep one? That one is just annoying. Guess a number between 1 and 10. 7. Always 7 or 3. 3 or 7. 2 options. That's the only ones. Man, I have a lot of work to do tomorrow. For sure. I adjusted the height of my SCX-10 and got rid of the twist. The shocks were also very soft as well. As a 4-link, looks very nice, almost like my SCX-24 now. If you're 4-linking the front and you still have the servo on the chassis, that's improper, and you need to go back to a panhard. Otherwise, you have a bunch of adverse effects that can look like torque twist but are not. Make sure that you're still running chassis mounted servo if you're running. If you're running chassis mounted servo, make sure you're still running 3-link. I used to drive people nuts with my Zippo lighter. Oh, the Zippos are so much fun to play with. That's how many gummies I'm going to eat next week. That should be fun. You get the Mike Tyson ear bites? I'm just saying. That looks pretty funny. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I lied. We're going to end this sooner than later because I'm getting congested. And it's probably because I have this window open. I feel like I need to stop because I'm getting nasally. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Much appreciated. I'm going to go eat dinner because I haven't done that yet either. And then I'm going to get back to work. I just finished F1 Drive to Survive this season. So now I have to find a new season of things to watch while I get back to work. So if you have suggestions on what series to watch, put it in there. With that, later, everybody. I'll see you maybe Sunday. Maybe Sunday. I have a lot of things I need to design, so Sunday's a possibility. Later. Bye.